Hey squad, Sykes here, and welcome back to another Sea of Thieves video here on InstallationX. Now today, I'm doing something that's a little bit different to what I would normally do because something has come into the game recently thanks to the mid-season update, which has got me very, very excited. And that is the new Infinite Depths cosmetics that have been added to the game as a crossover with Halo Infinite. And I think, well, considering that Halo and Sea of Thieves are very much the main games of my channel, it'd be worth covering in a video just to show these off to you so you know exactly what they are, exactly what they look like, because these are premium items, which means you have to buy them from the Pirate Emporium. And if you want to get all of it, it does add up to a little bit of money. So I thought it would be a good idea to just try and buy everything that I wanted to buy, show it off to you guys, and just generally have a little bit of a chat about it, to be honest. So as you can see, I have got the new costume on, which looks, well, it looks very unique. I think that's probably the best way of saying this. It's a very unique costume. And I've also got the ship livery on behind me. So before we get into all of that, I just want to quickly run down to the Pirate Emporium and show you exactly where everything is, exactly what it is all worth, and so you know what you're looking for. So if you go to the Pirate Emporium, you will see that the new Infinite Depths cosmetics are featured on the front page. So you've got the Infinite Depths costume, which is basically the Sea of Thieves interpretation of Chief's Mjolnir armor, which looks pretty cool, actually. It's very quirky. It's very different to anything we've had before. So some people may be like, not sure, but I like it. So that's the costume. Then we've got the weapons bundle, which I absolutely love, which I'll show you in a second. So we've got a what I presume to be is a Ravager themed blunderbuss. We've got the energy sword cutlass. We've got the Needler inspired Eye of Reach, and we've got the plasma pistol inspired flintlock. And I love these, and I'll show you them in more detail in a second. And then we've got the ship set. So full transparency, there's a couple of things that I haven't bought. So I haven't bought the normal or standard figurehead or sails because I've gone and got the collector figurehead and sails. If I'm going to buy the collector's ones, I don't bother buying the other ones as well. And I also haven't bought the flag, and I haven't bought the flare purely because I never use them. I hardly ever put up a flag, and I hardly ever put up a flare because it can be quite distracting, especially now with all the PvP stuff that's going on with the battle for the Sea of Thieves. So I never actually really set a weapon cannon flare anyway. So and then the other thing that is hidden slightly away is the new armor mock emote, which is a version of the armor lock from Halo Reach, which I'll show you all in a second. So let's head over back to the ship, and I'll show you everything off piece by piece. We are at Plunder Outpost if anyone is interested, if they haven't figured that out already. Generally, I like the ship set. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I think it's generally quite good. So it's all Banished themed, as you can probably tell. And if anyone who doesn't play Halo Infinite, the main protagonists, the main bad guys in Halo Infinite are, in fact, the Banished. So at the front, we've got Eratus. Now, Eratus is basically the new Banished AI that is the main protagonist for Halo Infinite's multiplayer narrative. Your feelings might be mixed on that if you play Halo Infinite, but generally, Eratus seems like an interesting character. We don't know much about him at the moment, but he's going to be playing a more prominent role as we move on. But that's quite fierce, and I like that. The hull itself is pretty straightforward. It's a bit of a black-red combo. Nothing too much to shout about with the hull itself. Back on board, I like the cannons. So the cannons have got a really cool. They've got the blade at the front, which is similar to a lot of the Banished weapons that are in Halo Infinite. They've got obviously the Banished logo on the side, and actually, when you look down them, they're pretty solid in terms of aiming. I mean, let's just quickly grab a cannonball, because I feel like some cannons are very over designed, which means they can be quite hard to aim with. But generally, these look quite good in terms of aiming PvP style. And then we've obviously got the wheel that I showed you earlier on with the big Banished logo in the middle. Red gem for the center. Generally a good standard cool wheel. And then the capstan in it. The capstan's pretty cool. I'm going to quickly raise my sails so I can raise... I don't want to disappear off into the distance. Quickly raise the sails so I can raise the capstan for you. Because the capstan's pretty neat in that it has what I'm interpreting as a red energy sword or a red figure that embodies a energy sword in the central piece, which is similar to what Jaeger Radomni, who was one of the Spartan killers in the Halo Infinite campaign, he had. So if we just quickly just raise this, I'm interpreting this central piece as a red energy sword. I don't really know how else you could probably interpret this. I am doing a solo brick, so it'll take me just a second. Like so. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we've obviously got the Banished logo in the middle again, just slightly modified. And then the sails themselves, we'll drop that. Sails themselves, the front sail for the brig is pretty straightforward, but then you've obviously got the Banished logo sail in the middle. Probably have a better look from the dock here, emblazoned there. Obviously, I imagine the collector's sails has got a little bit more design on the bottom with this white kind of powdery design, and then it glows the logo. So that's the difference with the collector's sails and figurehead. Eratus's eyes and mouth glows as well. And then I'm going to show you the weapons. The weapons are cool. So this is the plasma pistol flintlock. I love this gun. This gun is wicked. I think they've got the inspiration of this spot on. And it really feels like it's perfectly viable as an actual flintlock within the game, but it's just designed enough to make it unique and stand out, which is great. And then the cutlass this is without a doubt my new favorite cutlass. This cutlass is awesome. That looks so rad. For me as a Halo fan, to be able to use this in Sea of Thieves is just awesome. I love the colouring on it. It doesn't glow too much when you swish it around. It just acts like a normal cutlass, not like the Soul Flame cutlass or any of those kind of really flashy ones. But I really love the design of that in general. It looks really neat. The other gun I absolutely adore is the Eye of Reach. Let me just find that, which is here. So this is I'll get the blunderbuss one here as well. This is the Needler-inspired Eye of Reach, which again, I think they just absolutely nailed the look of this. I think it perfectly stands out as a Needler-inspired rifle. The only thing that I kind of wish it did do is, obviously, when you zoom in, if you kind of quick skip, you can see that the focus is pink, but it doesn't show up pink when you actually aim down the sights. So the sight's pink on the glass, but it doesn't appear pink when you look at it, which is a bit of a shame, because I like it when they did it with I think the Reaper's Heart Eye of Reach had that red glass in its focus, but then when you aim down it was also red as well, so that's a little bit of a shame, but that's me being really nitpicky, but I absolutely love this gun. Probably the weakest of the weapons is the blunderbuss. I think the blunderbuss just looks like any other blunderbuss, which is a bit of a shame, because I think compared to the other three really stand out. The blunderbuss is kind of just there. It's kind of Ravage. I think actually it's not even Ravage. I think it might be a Brute Spiker from Halo 3 maybe. But yeah, it's just a little bit disappointing compared to the others, to be honest. Then obviously we've got the... Oh, I'm doing... Well, I don't know what... Oh, I'm doing the Jack Sparrow clap. We've got the costume itself. Again, I rate the costume. And then we've got the armor mock. Boom. And it does have the kind of... You can hear it. I'll do it again. I won't talk over it this time. You should be able to hear that kind of electrifying pulse that the armor lock would normally do in Halo Reach. So yeah, I think overall, I think this is a really decent set. I think the weapons stand out, the costume stands out. The one thing I will say about the ship though is if we set it to the previous Halo ship, which was the Spartan ship, if I just quickly set that up, let me quickly just find it. I'll put the UNSC sails on for now. Where's the wheel? Cannons. Where are the cannons? There. And the capstan, which is there. So I kind of think this one's better. And this one wasn't a premium set. This was a I can't remember how you unlock this. I think this was a kind of login and kind of during around like an E3 or a Gamescom type set. And I do kind of like the look of this one a little bit better. Obviously, it doesn't have any collector's... Oh, I'm in the water. I'll go around to the figurehead. It doesn't have any collector's sales or collector's figurehead because it wasn't a premium item. But part of me just thinks, like, if you're gonna create a premium item, and by the way, these items, this whole set is not cheap in the grand scheme of things. It's kind of make it like really, really stand out. The other thing that they also did a little while back was they added in the different sales, which were like the legendary sales. Where have they gone? Here we go. Them. You know what I mean? See that they really pop compared to the banished sales. So I think overall I do like the set. I just think I don't know if it's like the best one in the world. Now I was always going to buy it because I'm a massive Halo fan, which is probably what they're relying on. But I think as sets go, it's probably not the best one. Well, squad, I hope you enjoyed this look at the new Infinite Depths cosmetics in Sea of Thieves. I know it's a slightly different video to what I would normally do, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please make sure you leave a like, head over to InstallationX and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications for more uploads. Let me know your thoughts on the cosmetics in the comment section. Are you planning on getting them? Are you going to give it a hard pass? Let me know your thoughts. Follow myself and the channel on social media with links in the description. And as always, I'm Sykes, and for all things Halo Infinite and all things Sea of Thieves, stay tuned to InstallationX. Bye, guys.